When you tell people that you're going to the Dominican Republic, the initial reaction is, wow, what a great place to go. And then you tell them that you're going to work in a village right next to the city dump. All of a sudden, the whole idea of going to a Caribbean island isn't quite as attractive anymore.
To be able to see what really is going on down here and the poverty, it was beyond my expectations. I mean, I had no idea that it was going to be like this.
I've worked in poverty issues in Kent County for much of my adult life, but it's trips like this that remind you that the level of poverty is significantly greater than we see in Michigan.
I think the biggest thing was how enthused the kids were about us being there. They just seemed so happy for people like us to come visit them and help them out.
They never let us go. They were hugging and loving on us, and they needed that.
You can tell that they really crave attention, but they're not sad. Like, they're very happy kids. And you can see them light up to an even higher level when we arrive and go to their level and start playing with them.
I noticed specific kids would just want to be around you, just want to hold your hand, or just want you to hold them. And they didn't really even need to be doing something with you. They just kind of wanted to be with you.
We pulled up in the bus, and it blew my mind just to see the amount of trash and the amount of people also.
I watched the men, women, and children digging around for things that they could sell, and I felt an overwhelming sadness that this was what they were required to do to make a living.
I knew I would be going into and helping extreme poverty, but I never really imagined something like this.
Some of these kids are the same kids we were just playing with a few hours earlier. They had come over back to the dump, and there was just this one instance where there was this kid, he had this bottle, like a 2-liter Coke bottle that was empty, and there was this bag full of water, the most gunky, brown, brackish water, and he takes a bite out of it, to open up the bag, and he pours the water into his water bottle, and that was his water. It was tough. I mean, I'm from South Africa. I've seen immense poverty, but just to see kids having to do this was hard. I don't think anybody deserves to be that poor and that needy. Yeah, it was tough.
Dr. Sylvia came across this dump, and she realized there was a whole community of people making their living off of the dump, and she knew she had to do something. So she's dedicated her life to building a school and a clinic and doing a feeding program with these people.
When Dr. Sylvia comes, they come running to get whatever it is. And what she brings is not only hope, not only resources, but the Word of God.
She has given so much of herself to these people. We think about how busy we are, but she gives up all her time for this.
This is a very courageous woman, and is somebody that you just have to admire for what she sees, what she wants to accomplish as she has now.
What she's accomplished is only a small fraction of her vision. I think as we are able to come down, as we're able to hear about it, that our church Keystone can catch the fever and be able to jump on board and say, we have the same kind of faith as Dr. Sylvia, and we're going to do whatever we can to help that vision and the impact for God in the Dominican Republic grow and grow and grow.
I think the spiritual connection is that God has called us to love all people, and especially the least of the people, those who have fallen through the gaps of society, through the world. God is calling us to those people, and we have means, and we have so many privileges and blessings that God has given us, and it's our duty to take that and lift those other people up and help them and draw them closer to Christ.